Hey there guys, this is Slamzeron, aka YouTube's Tasuke, and do you like those plug-and-play systems from like a few years ago? Well, guess what? Nintendo's making one now. Yeah, they're actually making a what's being called the NES Classic Edition, and it's basically a plug-and-play console. I guess another term that would be good for it would be maybe clone console, like the AtGames Sega Genesis or their Atari 2600. Um, I only call it a plug and play just because it doesn't let you plug in your own NES games, which because of that I actually don't plan on getting one. I'll go ahead and say that now, because like it's more like just a box with a bunch of NES games on it, so it's more like a plug and play, or the idea of like a like one of those things that you plug into your TV that has a bunch of games built into it. It's kind of like that. It's more like a clone console in that it emulates a console, as you can see. So I don't know. I just use the term plug and play, but basically it's a small NES that can't open or anything. So again, you can't put your own games into it. And I know this news is kind of old, but I'm slow with things. But it's going to have 30 NES games on it, like as you see on the box: Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Pac-Man, Zelda, Kirby's Adventure, and Donkey Kong. It's also going to have Mario 2 and 3, as well as like the Battle Mario game and Zelda 2: The Adventure Link, as well as Final Fantasy 1 and Mega Man 2, which I think is pretty cool. So it's got a lot of cool games on it. And also the controller is going to be able to be bought separately, and because it has like the input on the controller is more, it looks like the thing on the Wii where you plug into the Wiimote, so you can actually plug it into your Wiimote and use it on your Wii or Wii U for playing NES Virtual Console games, which I think is actually really cool. So I might actually pick up the controller just because of that. I think that's actually really cool. But other than that, I probably won't get one. I guess you could also probably use this if you have like one of those classic controller to PC things. But anyway, it definitely looks cool, and I feel like because Nintendo's actually making one, it opens up the possibility for maybe Sony to make their own. I don't think they would, just because they sell their games, like a lot of their classic games on their classic PS1 and PS2 games on the PSN store, so they don't necessarily need this. And of course, you can get some of these. I'm pretty sure you can get all these games on the virtual console as well. But like to get all of them for like a certain price, I think it's actually going to be like I don't remember the specific price. I'll have a link to the website where they talk about this, and you can look at everything yourself if you want more information. They have a full list of games. I only listed a few of them. But I like the idea just because I feel like it opens up the possibilities for some other stuff, and I feel like it's sort of like I know some people were saying, like I listened to some podcasts and they were saying like it's about friggin' time that they did this, because like I said, the company AtGames and I think some other people were doing some clone consoles, and of course the arcade ones like the Namco one. That I've actually thought about getting one of those. And I think there's also an Atari one as well. So this has been done before, but it's cool to see Nintendo start doing it. And it really shows that they're trying to kind of open themselves up. And I'm glad for that, because I like seeing Nintendo do cool things. But I'm probably not going to pick this up. Like if it was like a reprint NES that you could put your own games in, I probably would get it. That was my initial thought when I first saw it, without like reading anything about it. It did look like you couldn't open it, so I was like, oh well. But and I'm actually been trying to find my old NES because I'm trying to work on my game collection. So yeah, it's definitely really cool though, and I'm definitely probably gonna get the controller. If they make one for the Super Nintendo, I'll probably get that as well. The controller, that is. One thing that would be really cool that would probably make me buy one is if they included a like some unique games that weren't released in North America. Like let's say they maybe include like I don't know, like some rare Japanese game that never came out in America, but they include like a officially translated English version. And this is the only, and this is one of the ways you can get it, maybe. Or if you just want to play it on its own, you can get get it off the Virtual Console or something. I can't really think of too many NES games that only came out in Japan that I would really be that interested in. Besides like a few Dragon Ball games and mainly games that were edited. So it'd be more like play the original version, how it was originally intended by the developers, like River City Ransom. That'd be an example. Stuff like that. But it's really cool. And like I said, if they do one for the Super Nintendo, I might pick up the controller at least, because I do have some Super Nintendo games on my Virtual Console that I think would be fun. And yeah, I don't know if they'd make one for Sega, since there technically already is one. They could maybe partner with Nintendo and make a hardware. I don't know. I do think it's cool that Nintendo themselves is actually making it and not some third party. I think that's actually it'll be interesting to see where the industry goes regarding this. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Like I said, I might pick up the controller at least. Yeah, it's a nice little toy that would be cool. But yeah, looks pretty interesting, dawg. Okay, this is Slams Tasuke signing out. See you later.